there's a concept called the 4 levels of value, right? And I want to preface this. In nature, everything seems to happen in fours. There's 4 directions: northeast, south, and west. There's 4 seasons, summer, winter, spring, and fall. They say there's the 4 corners of the earth. We live on a round planet, but for some reason there's 4 corners of the earth. But there's also 4 levels of value. Things in life always appear in 4, right? So the reason that you're not making as much money as you want to be making is because you're operating at the wrong level of value. And I want to show you what those 4 levels are right now. And once I explain this, it's going to make a lot of sense, and you're going to understand this. So the first level of value, and this is also the lowest level of value, this is implementation, right? Implementation. The people who do the work always make the least amount. Now, I'm not saying this is just society. Society came together and they agree that the people that do the work typically make the least amount of money. This is why the dishwasher at the restaurant always makes less than the owner. This is why the server and the busboy and the cook, they all make less than the owner, even though they're the ones that are actually doing the work, right? Think about your attorneys. In most law firms that are healthy, the staff attorneys, the paralegals, the administrative assistants, all those people make less than the actual owner of the law firm, even though they're the ones that do most of the work. So the implementers always do the least amount, always make the least amount, and they do the most work. And the reason why is because they're using their time and they're using their body or their mind or whatever it is to make money. But you're finite. Your time is finite. Your muscles and all that stuff are finite. You can only do so much. That's why implementers make the least amount of money. Now, the second level of value is unification. These are the managers. These are the people that oversee the people that are implementing the work. And they make more money than the implementers, but they don't make as much money as higher levels of value. And you're always going to be capped when you're at the unification level, because essentially a unifier is a better paid, more organized implementer, because they're still overseeing the people that do the work, right? So if you want to get to a higher level of value where you can make more money, where you get, first of all, you get to do those things that both you're great at and you're passionate about 80% of the time, and you're able to make more money while doing less work, then you cannot do it at level 1 and you cannot do it at level 2. You can't do it at implementation. You can't do it at unification. And we've seen this over and over with the clients that have doubled and increased by 80%. They're not doing it at the implementation and the unification level. What they're doing is they're at least getting to the third level of value, which is the communication level. Now, at the communication level, you're using your mind and you're using your mouth to communicate a message to both people who follow you, so potential clients and people like that, but also communicating to the unifiers who then pass that message down to the implementers, right? So what you're doing is you're building processes, you're building procedures. You're actually the sounding board that is making all these things happen, right? You're the person that is not necessarily doing the work. You're hiring the people that are actually doing the work, right? And you're overseeing them and making sure that while you focus on the things that you're really good at and really passionate about and the things that you actually want to work on, you have other people who are working for you who are actually doing all the work, right? And that is how you make more money. That is how you get to a level of income that allows you to have the life that you and your family can and other people. It gives you the life for you and your family that other people can only dream of, right? That's the communication level, right? And then the fourth level is the imagination level. This is where you use your mind and you use your money to make more money, right? Now, if you can get to the communication level and the imagination level, then you actually have the time to focus on working on your business, right? A lot of times we hear work on your business, not in your business, right? Well, what that means, that's a very simple way of saying that if you're at level 1, level 2, the implementation or the unification level, you are working in your business, right? That means you're actually doing the work and you're never going to get ahead and you're never going to build something great. And more importantly, you're never going to get time off if you're implementing or unifying. You've got to be the communicator who has a message that then gets passed down to the unifiers, who then disperse that message to the implementers so the work actually gets done. And then if you can get to that imagination level where now you're innovating and you're using your money to make investments and acquisitions and all that type of stuff, that is how you're going to get to the point where you work 20 hours a week or 10 hours a week, or you could step away from, I don't know, a week or a month or 6 months. There's a really good test, and that's called the vacation test. How long could you go on vacation for? How long could you take a vacation for and if you turned your phone off, your email off, everything, how long could you go on vacation before the wheels fall off, right? And if the answer is not, if the answer is not a couple months, then you've got to work on that to get to the communication level.